Hi everyone, are you someone looking to kickstart your own project but feeling held back by the limitation or high cost of automation tools like Zapier or Make.com? What if there was a tool that offered more flexibility and gave you the power to customize your workflows exactly how you need? Let me introduce you N8N, a free open source self-hosted automation tool that's perfect for creators, entrepreneurs, and developers look to the control of the process. I'm Vlad, I'm a IT consultant and founder of Cherrypick Agency, and in this video I'll show you how we use N8N, the kind of the project that it's ideal for, and why it could be the perfect fit for your needs. Let's dive in. And here's N8N, and why we exactly love it, because it's self-hosted. What it means that you can just buy a server on some DigitalOcean or any other provider and just simply in few steps set it up and use it forever, which lead us to next point. It's free. The whole tool is completely free. There is some paid plans. I'm not exactly sure what are they in case when you use self-hosted option, because it is SaaS, it is a platform. You can use it in cloud like Make.com or Zapier. But if you use self-hosted option, it means that you can vary the cost, just changing the server cost. And also it means that all the API keys, all the secret keys, all the variables and everything, it runs on your server and it's secure and safe. Another point that make N8N great, it's a low-code tool. What it means? That if you need some really custom thing that the tool doesn't provide, you just can choose the code and use JavaScript or Python for whatever you need to do with your data. And there is, don't understand me wrong, there is a lot of transformation and manipulation tools with your data, but for some cases they're not too great, because you want to make one node with code instead of doing like multiple things with multiple nodes. So sometimes code is still winning, right? And it's actually great, and I will show it on my later videos where code is super helping you to save time instead of just doing all this stuff. And it's in Make.com or Zapier, not sure about Zapier exactly, but in Make.com you will only have options like this. So let's move on to the next point. As I mentioned, for Make.com you still have ability to integrate with anything that have API or webhook. How you can do this? For example, with webhook, you just use this node, copy this URL and put it to the service that you want to connect to. Of course, you can choose the method or path to make it more better. You can choose authentication and other stuff and just simply use it. And here, when your webhook will catch some requests, well, not exactly requests, but you know what I mean. When it catches some data, it will show here and you can just use it on a next node. I will show it later how it works. Or for HTTP requests, you can do pretty similar thing. But the other thing that I want to mention here is the trigger. So some nodes in N8N are triggers. So it means that they will be triggered by some external action. And HTTP requests, unlike them, might be triggering something from external world and be in any place of the workflow, unlike triggers that only can be placed in the start of the workflow. And the last point of why N8N is great is there are many ready to use templates. But when I say many, I can tell exactly the number because they shown is on this page. There is a 1078 workflows automation templates that community creators are publishing all the time, and it's updating every day. And you can see, and when I say ready to use, I mean it. So I can choose, I actually chose two templates that I want to show. So it's that simple that you can choose any template, click on it and go through it, like click to explore. But I want to show one particular example that I think it might be really useful, and I think I'm gonna adopt it to our agency as well. So I just click to explore this workflow, and I see the whole workflow. I can go through it, I can check what's the code inside and everything. And what is great about that, and what I particularly like in N8N, unlike make.com, is that you can see this whole workflow, I think, more like algorithm. Make.com show also like kind of like blocks that connect to each other, but here is more agile and geeky way to show it. You may go through each function to understand what's going on in there, but it's much harder to go through whole workflow to understand the bigger picture. And here you can go and you just literally can read through whole workflow node by node. So here's a cron. It means there's scheduler that triggers once every 10 minutes, and go to RSS feeds to get the data from there, and then just split it in bunch, so it's going one by one, then read it, then get the news, then check something, if that, then go to this telegram, if that, then go to this telegram, and so on. And it's really clear, ready to use, and clear to read. For example, I just gonna show how I can add it to our N8N server and just start to use it. And here it is, the template is on our N8N server that I can just run. So I can simply choose some, I have plenty of Telegram bots, I'm not sure which one, but let's choose Pinger, whatever it is. And we just can test the whole workflow, how it runs. And the great thing inside of that I can see what went well, what the data was coming to the node, coming out of the node, and what was the issue inside which node. So you know exactly what's going on through the whole process. I'm just gonna show the for tests or for real use, like when you publish this, you're gonna see the whole log, like all logs of the executions, and go through them and see, like if some user said that something went wrong, you just go there and see what was the exact issue, fix it, publish, and that's it. No deployments, no builds, no local environments, like nothing that we have to deal with in real development when we build something really big. I also want to tell that we use it for many cases inside the agency. For example, we automated the vacations processes, the time tracking processes, where we like ask our developers to track the time to generate reports and understand the, like, get some analytics from their performance. So let's go quickly through the workflows that we use. I sometimes do some side projects or do it with one of the developers that helping me out. Some side projects that I do is just for myself. Since I'm learning Chinese, I did the Chinese language bot. It's really start of prototype that I just send the symbols and then get the translation and stuff like that to learn this. One of the bots that I particularly like that is really simple, that's called link collector. That's the whole bot, that's all what we need for this particular case. It's just waiting for any message that's related to this bot. Then it's grab some URLs, like any URLs according to this regex, and that's pretty much it. So it get the URL, get the username, get the text of the message, and send it to the Notion table when we have a content plan. So that's how we basically, if me or one of the marketing team or maybe even developers, managers see some content that they like or they think that we need to use it, or there is a great reference or great idea, they just send the spot a URL with some note inside the message. This bot gets the whole message, grabs it here into N8N, and store it to our content plan. That's really simple, just 3 notes, and it works every time. So, for example, let's build a quick bot that I just have a weird idea that I want to build it. What we're gonna do is just make some scheduled trigger that every, for example, 3 hours, let's do 1 hour for now, we'll send the Telegram channel to be exactly correct, the text. So I already added the credentials, so we won't spend time on this. I created a channel in Telegram, and just to test, I will send them. I need to check that this particular bot is part of the channel, so it will be able to. Actually, I need to. Can I remove it? Dismiss. Great. So it can send the messages inside this channel, and I can test it, and I should be able to receive this. There is a little annoying message that I just remove just now, so let me test again. Yeah, great. And what we need to do now, that's like already sending something every 1 hour. What we're gonna do is just add the OpenAI here, send. Where is assistant? Message and assistant. Not exactly. What it's gonna do? Let's choose the credentials, choose the text, and choose the model that we're gonna use for this case. It might be any model because there's nothing too complex, because what we're gonna do is basically ask ChatGPT to what would Jason Statham said if he would be an IT guy. And that's pretty much it. So you can do the instructions for the assistant, you can text like an assistant, and there's a lot of you can do inside this particular node with OpenAI, but we'll just do a simple example that I want to start the channel that talking like a Jason Statham with IT quotes. And let's test it out. Let's see what it's gonna say. I'm kind of curious what the quote gonna look like. I will redo a little the prompt. Generate a quote from Jason Statham if he were an IT guy. Let's try another. Yeah, that works great. Just quote. Great, we received. And then how it works, we're gonna look at this as a JSON data, and what I'm gonna do is to go there into Telegram node, and instead of text I'm gonna switch to expression and put the content variable inside here. So whatever we're gonna receive from OpenAI inside this variable gonna go here and gonna be sent to our channel. Ta-da! Sometimes the code doesn't work, but just like in a fight, you can't back down. You troubleshoot, you adapt, and you make it work. Great quote, Jason. Thank you very much. And of course, it's a pretty simple example. There is a lot you can do here. For some of the projects that we built as prototypes, we built the whole backend here. You can connect with any database, any source of your data. It might be S3 where you can get the files. It might be Slack. It might be Airtable, any AI agents. There are plenty of things that you can do here. Send emails, listen for RSS, check your emails. Like you can do whatever you like here. And it's pretty easy, it's pretty straightforward. Of course, might be tricky thing that if you can go a little too far with customizations that you might need code, But honestly, what we believe in, what I personally believe, that you should start really small, you should start really simple, you should create like really tiny prototype, check how it works, and then you can always make it better. So if you want to make your optimization or integration really cool without any headache of deployments, builds, and stuff like that, you can definitely check out the N8N and check all their functionality and possibilities. I think it's a great tool. We love it, we use it, and we're gonna make a lot of cool stuff here with you. Let me know in the comments if you'd like a deeper dive into N8N or need help setting it up. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content about automation tools, development tips, and startup insight.